Welcome back everyone. Today's YouTube video is going to be about the technical side of modding. How do I use my sword and the mod commands, and how I as a mod can interact with a chatbot. Hey guys, it's simply Trendly. First, I'm gonna show you how to use the mod view. In the background is a stream of my good friend Miss Uki. Don't worry about that, I'm hosting her right now. For the purpose of the video, it's unimportant. Go down below, under the chat box, and click on mod view. This is the sword. This only appears if you're mod of the channel. Once you click on it, this is going to open. It does look a lot like the normal window, but it also has like a lot of other different extras that is going to be useful for you as a mod. Let's start on the left side. On the left side, the first thing that you can see if the session is offline or online. If the streamer you're modding for is online, there will be a different window. You can see how many mods are active right now if you're the only mod. If you click on it, it's going to show you how many mods and which mods are active or inactive. Of course, since I'm not streaming right now, the only mod that is active is my chatbot, while all other mods are inactive. Next, we have the activity feed. If you click on it, it's going to show you all the activity that is going on in the stream. For example, follows, channel point redeems, or subscriptions. Then you have your whispers. You don't have to get out of the mod view to access your whispers. These are not the whispers that your streamer gets. These are your own whispers. Then you have the reward request queue. If you click on it, it shows you all the channel point reward requests that are on. For example, if someone redeems a channel point reward, it's going to pop up here. The request is going to show in this window. You can then type in chat and tell your streamer, hey, someone has requested this and that. When the streamer finishes the request, you can tick it off and say, okay, the request has been met. In rare cases, the streamer may not be able to meet the request. You can click on a little red X here and the viewer that redeemed the reward is going to get his channel points refunded. Next, we have the unban request. Sometimes when you ban someone, they will request that they get unbanned because they think that they did nothing wrong. If that happens, you're going to get unban requests that you can then read through. They're going to state their case, say what happened from their point of view, and why they should not have and why they should be allowed back into the stream. You can read them here and decide whether to accept the unban request and unban the person, or you just leave it be. Lastly, we have the newest function in the mod view, which is called predictions. With predictions, you can support the streamer by making the stream more interactive. For example, if they are playing a platformer, you can ask questions like, will the streamer need more than 3 tries to finish the level? Or if they are playing an FPS, you can say, hey, are they going to get 5 kills? If they play a MOBA, you can ask like, are they going to get a pentakill? You can click on start prediction and then a window will open where you can put in the name of the prediction. For example, what viewer will predict, like, will I win 5 games in a row? And then you can put in 2 different outcomes. Outcome number 1 is going to be yes. Outcome number 2 can be like no. You can play around with it, like yes, they're super good, and no, I don't believe in them, for example. Then you can set the submission period, and then you can start the prediction. After the event has happened or the game has been played, you can go on here again and then you can choose outcome. You can see here how many points were bet for which, what the return ratio is, how many people voted. This is a great way to support your streamer. This is also part of modding. Modding is not just about banning or timeouting people. It is also supporting the endeavor of your streamer. Keeping the chat preoccupied with predictions and polls, or just by chatting with them while the streamer is preoccupied with playing the game, or they have to really concentrate on the game, is also the job of a mod. So as a good mod, you don't have to only know about the technical things, like how do I ban someone, but also about like socializing, because you're the first connection to the stream. Then we have the other channels you follow. This is just like, again, like the whisper function. This is for you personally, so that you have not to go out of the mod view and can still see, hey, person X, Abson, Z is streaming right now. I want to lurk in their stream. I'm gonna open it in another tab. Then we have the edit mod view, where we can use either the light theme or the dark theme. We can add and remove widgets. On the right side, they're going to show you which widgets you can add. Normally, you have all widgets already added to them. If you don't have them added, I would add every and each one, because it just makes sense. It's not overloaded. If you go into the stream manager as a streamer, you have to really decide what you want to, because otherwise it can be really overloaded. But in a mod view, it's not that hard to have all of the things inside. Also, we have what's new and feedback. This is like a patch note rundown. It's going to show you what has been changed by Twitch, like if there are any rules that have been changed. Here's the hateful conduct and harassment policy that has been changed on January the 22nd of 2021. Lastly, we have to go to channel page, which is just basically leaving the mod view. Then we have, of course, the stream of the streamer. It's gonna show you how many people are watching right now. This doesn't necessarily have to be important for your streamer, so they might have turned it down. But for you as a mod, it might be very well important how many people are watching right now, so you know how much you have to concentrate on the stream, because the more people are watching, the more people are going to participate in chat. The more people are going to participate in chat, the busier it gets for you. On the bottom left, you have mod actions. Here you can see what your streamer, other mods, and yourself did. For example, removing timeouts, removing messages, banning people, but also activating follow only chat or emote only chat, for example, to regulate the income of messages. If the auto mod is activated, the auto mod can hold back messages that are potentially dangerous, but not necessarily so. Then on the right side, we have the chat. It's just gonna be the normal chat, just like in the normal view. Now, what's also interesting is on the right side is the users in chat. It's not the most important thing, but it's always interesting to know as a mod who's there right now and who might potentially cause trouble. There might be people that you had to time out before that are now currently lurking, that you have to be more careful about when they start typing again. But for most of the time, it's just a nice to know function. Then on the right side, we have the channel actions. For example, you can enable subscriber only chat, emote only chat, follows only chat, and slow mode. These 4 functions are very important to control the flow of the chat. Don't feel bad for banning or timeouting people that are subscribing. Just because they're subscribed to your streamer doesn't mean that they have the pass to say anything and everything, no matter how hurtful it is. If they don't behave and adhere to Twitch TOS and the rules of your streamer, you have to take measures. You have to do something against them. They can always submit an unban request or message you privately. Then we have the block terms and the permitted terms. You can add terms that the Twitch auto mod doesn't really understand, to them so that it's just more detailed. Then on the far bottom right, you have the Creator Dashboard. If you click on this, it just opens a window that shows all of these channel actions and everything that is on the left side as well in a more detailed way. It's not necessary to have this open, but it's nice to know. Then we have Review Request Queue. It is the same as on the left side with the Reward Request Queue, but this is like a pop-up window, so everything is more detailed. And then you can review the recent rates. Why is the review recent rates function so important? Why does it even exist? Okay, this is important. There have been cases of hate rates. The streamer telling their raiders to insult the person that they are going to raid. If something like that happens afterwards, after you've done all your modding and banned and timeouted all the trolls, you can go into this window, pick out the raider that raided with the hate raid, and report the viewers, but also the streamer that did the hate raid. This is very important, okay? Don't be shy to report those things. We all want Twitch to be a wholesome and nice place where everyone can have fun. Don't be afraid to use those measures. Now, all of these windows you can also put on a different side. You can say, hey, I want the chat to be a bit bigger. You can also say, I want the chat to be a bit smaller. It's up to you. All of these things you can also do in chat. You have the option to click here on ban, timeout, or delete message. These things are going to be very generic. For example, timeout is always going to be a 10-minute timeout. Delete message is going to delete only the one message that you're going to delete. If you timeout someone, it's going to delete all the messages that this person has written in the past. You can unban them. Unbanning them is going to remove the timeout from them. So a timeout is basically just a limited ban, a soft ban, while a ban is just a hard ban, which is like a ban with no return. Now, when someone writes something that you think your streamer is not gonna like, take action first. If the streamer doesn't think that your actions were adequate, they are going to tell you, but better be safe than sorry. Now, you can use these buttons to delete, ban, or timeout people, but you can also type in messages. All Twitch commands are going to start with slash. If you type in slash, it's just going to show you all commands that you can use. We type slash timeout, the username, and then the seconds we want them to be timeouted. It's always going to be seconds, so if it's 30, it's not 30 minutes or 30 hours, it's going to be 30 seconds. Now, they're going to be timeouted for 30 seconds. Take your time to check all the commands that you can do. You can also start a prediction by typing in /prediction. Then it opens up the prediction pop-up, and then you can start a prediction. You don't have to use it on the left side. You can type in poll, for example. So you open up the poll screen and then you can create a poll. You can do this slow chat, subscribers only chat. You can do all commands that are available to mods in the chat as well. Lastly, I just want to talk about Chatbot. Now, these are the most important things that are in Twitch, but there are different chatbots out there. Depending on which chatbot your streamer is using, you may need to get to know those commands as well. Every streamer has their own custom commands, but we're going to go into 4 custom commands that probably every streamer has. And if they don't have it, they should have it. The first command that my mods need to know is the set game command. Sometimes your streamer is going to change the game that they are playing right now, or going into just chatting scene before they end the stream. They might be so in the moment that they forget to change the game category. For Streamlabs OBS, it is set game and then the category. We're going to change the category to just chatting right now. You can't do this without having a chatbot because Twitch commands don't allow it. Every and any chatbot can do this. Now, it's going to give you a message that the gaming title has been changed to just chatting. For Streamlabs OBS, for the Streamlabs OBS CloudBot, the most important thing is that you write the category as exact as it can be. If you write, for example, set game just chatting with 1 T, it's going to say, okay, we changed the game to just chatting, but then when you watch the stream, it's going to be without any categories at all. So always double check. The category is always going to be shown on the bottom on the description of your of the stream as well. The second command that my mods need to know is the set title. Sometimes I have a title that is very game specific. For example, climbing ranks in Valorant, and then the category is Valorant. And then I go into just chatting, and then they can't change the title because I'm too much into the flow and I forget to change the title myself. They can set the title, for example, to cool down after a long night of playing ranks. And then I'm in the just chatting category with a new title that describes what I'm doing better, that can also benefit the stream immensely. In a different video, I already talked about how important categories and titles are for the growth and the success of a streamer. Third command that I really want my mods to know is the shoutout command. Every time I get a host or a raid or someone cool pops in that I know is a streamer, I will ask my mods, or my mods will do it themselves, and they will shout out the person that is raiding. That is just common courtesy. That is something that you should always do at any point in time to show appreciation, to build friendships, to network. So for Streamlabs OBS CloudBot, it is SO and then a streamer's name. We're going to take Miss Uki here right now because we're hosting her in the background. So I'm going to type in exclamation ! Shout out Miss Uki or SO Miss Uki, and then Streamlabs is going to give you back a message. The last command that I want all of my mods to know is the exclamation permit command, because in my channel posting a link is forbidden. Now on Twitch there's a function called clips, and people want to share that with the rest of the chat, right? Now they can't do this because I have the link protection turned on, but if they do so, a mod can react and say, okay, I'm going to permit them to send a link. Now, a link has been posted and it was immediately deleted by Streamlabs OBS. It sends a message, please refrain from posting links, ask a mod to permit, to use permit to send a link. Now, a mod can use the permit link with the username, and now it sends a message to the user, hey, you have the permission to post one link. It's singular, a link, because some people think, okay, now I can post link as many as I want to. This is not the case. They can send exactly one link. Before you permit links, even though they are deleted, as a mod you can still see the links. If it's a YouTube video, for example, before you permit the posting of the YouTube video, click on it, watch the video, and decide if you want to permit it or not. If it's a cute puppy video, sure, permit it. If it's a video that shows the clubbing of baby seals, you might to think twice or thrice if you want to really permit it. There are a lot of commands, there are a lot of chatbots, there are also a lot of custom commands that you can talk with your streamer about if you want to implement them or not. Custom commands for your chatbot. The more you get into the topic, the more commands and command ideas there are going to be, like a command for showing all the commands that are available, a def counter, a save counter, all of those. A hug command, there are endless possibilities. But for the start, these are the most important things. I know modding can be a bit overwhelming, especially if you're not into into Twitch and into YouTube, Facebook, whatever, and into all those things, and it's like your first time modding for someone. I know that that can be a bit much. Imagine it like this: if streaming on Twitch is like a sport, and the streamer is the player that is on the field, then the mods are the cheerleaders. They might not be the ones playing the game, but they can be the ones that attract the crowd to the game. They can be the ones that stop the crowd from throwing trash at the players. They can do a whole lot. They can help the streamer. I hope this video has been useful for some of you. It has been requested by some people, especially Eljayem. She gave me the specific idea for this video. Thank you for watching, everyone, especially you, Sam. And see you guys next week.